Okay, we're flying in to the halfway point of the day here. Game 4 for day 3 here, Worlds 2021 here. PSG Talent versus Fnatic. Fnatic still looking for their first win. PSG trying to keep themselves on top after going even the first 2 days of the tournament. And Fnatic actually having a lot of creativity showing up. PSG showing spoiler against the Korean teams, getting a win over HLE. Now let's jump on into this draft here. I think it's going to be, yeah, it's Vedius and Medic joining me on the cast. For this one, it's going to be TF, Rise, and Lucian banned out, getting rid of some of those mobility picks, at least globals, from Niski, so you can't help with the side lane too much. Lucian being taken away from Bean. Again, Upset still out, unfortunately. Thoughts and prayers for him and his. Zoe, LeBlanc, and Yumi being taken away from Maple and Kaiwing. The Yumi actually feels like the Yumi's been rising in priority over the last several games. It's just become much more of a necessary ban on red side because it's so first pickable on blue side. First picks for PSG Town is going to be the Misfortune. Not too surprising there. She's been like 100% present so far in the tournament. And now Fnatic picking up the Tryndamere and Kai'Sa possibly for Bean. This would be very suspicious. The Tryndamere has fallen out of favor for a lot of other teams. And I can't say that we've seen a lot of good success out of it. It's a really great space maker. It's a pseudo, Tryndamere is a pseudo tank. But it's kind of the classic issue of if he can't actually get onto you, and maybe even just if you can't get ahead, then he's not really going to do much in team fights. Like the character is very one-dimensional, does not have a lot of counter or play when they're low on gold. But the Jhin could be locked in for Bing, so a lot of setup available there to help lock down some of the members of PSG for maybe Niski to get on to them. Adam could also be taking the Tryndamere, don't exactly know for sure. It is kind of in his wheelhouse of characters. River going to pick up the Lee Sin, another high priority pick. A lot of playmaking available. Oh, I think I misheard that. I think it's the LCK casters. Yep. So Maple's going to be on his signature Silas. The Undying Rage is going to be fantastic for him. Able to actually it's just a staring contest of who uses the Undying Rage first, because that basically dictates who needs to run sooner than the other. And Adam going to be able to actually get the Kennen. So big team fighting options here. A lot of lockdown available for Fnatic. So try to bridge that gap to allow Niski on this Tryndamere to get onto the champions and to stick to them. And I'm just hoping that Adam's actually going to have a lot of ability, a lot of power, a lot of agency in this top lane. Because he's been outclassed so far, which is not too surprising, seeing as he is a 6-month-old rookie. Now, Leona gonna get banned out. Yeah, it's really hard to counter Kennen. It's ranged ability, doesn't need to get too much going on. It's almost like as if you can, if the Kennen's doing their job right, they can't really get 1v1'd all too easily. Oh, and the Viego's gonna get taken away, which would be a good, that's a good ban against Bwipo. That's pretty good. Because Viego's power for the reset is just too real and too obvious. And he brings another stun to the team fight. And now Amumu getting banned out. Fnatic still sitting in that old meta, and I guess PSG Fnatic are near each other in scrims. Because that Amumu has not been around for a while. It has not been around for a while, and it would probably have been a decent pick for them with the Kennen. But I like him too. I like the ban on the Leona for sure, just to make sure that Unify doesn't have an easy setup in a kill lane. But I just don't feel like the Amumu is as punishing as, the Scrim Bucks were informing. It's not that powerful of a pick. It's too squishy compared to other supports, specifically the Leona. And now alright, so Rakan gonna be taken away from Hylissang, but he'll have no problem taking the Hook Master of Thresh. So going to provide a lot of. This is basically just Illisang's moneymaker to get out of lane or to just hook to victory. And this is actually kind of one of the few clear engage options. Because Cannons kind of run at you, maybe Hextech Rocket Belt flash in for the Maelstrom, which can definitely just wipe a team. But otherwise, Fnatic do not have a lot of very easy ways to get onto anyone, or at least start fights. And they still have yet to secure their jungler. So Bobo getting final pick here, getting a lot of resources here in draft. Hanabi going to pick up the Gangplank, which we have not seen a lot, but is still a very powerful pick topside and is still a very strong later game character. It's got to be the Braum. The Braum just allows to just peel too many of the problems and to really... the Braum could end up actually ruining the entire engage from Fnatic. Glacial Fitcher, just a Q onto Niski or Adam could really just stop them from just running at you. And looks like Whip was going to pick up the Jarvan. So going quite standard here with just that little Tryndamere wrinkle. Yeah, Jarvan still looking. Yep, Jarvan being that pick. Fnatic looking to just go in. They're going to go in. They're going to fight. They're going to look for plays. And I think what we want to really see now is now that Adam's on this much more, this ranged character, we want to see him, you know, hold even and not get dumpstered a little bit too hard here topside against Hanabi, who's shown himself to be both at MSI and here quite a stable top laner, not getting too far behind. And then once we get to, I guess, mid-game team fights, we should actually be seeing ourselves pretty straightforward front to backs. They're both teams are quite primed for 5v5s. That's a great bit of information to have there, Atlas. We're only halfway through the day. Well, the Jarvan just is not doing what we would normally expect him to do. Yeah, he's starting to actually get some of his victory, some of his clout back. It's teams that are trying to figure out what to do with them. The problem is that like the level 2 ganks just kind of throw away the first like 5-6 minutes of the game because you need those full clears. Those full clears have to happen. The crabs have to be taken. So, you know, Jarvan's ganking patterns don't really show up like we've seen in years prior. So while he is powerful and he's in a good place in the meta in general, in terms of how pro play is playing is working out, he ends up really just kind of being sort of a early mid game just skirmish fighter. And it kind of also requires the team to go all the way in. Not too much. How Life inconsistency is in their name, buried somewhere in the HLE. Oh yeah, the HLE game that Whippo had was actually ingenious. Yeah, a lot of good things can happen here for Fnatic. Well, I think the also thing to keep in mind is that this team is not going to be the team to really get down on their luck, down on their hopes. Like, Bwipo is not going to allow that to happen to his team, and neither is Hillisang. And so they are very unconcerned with having a batch of rookies. So regardless of how the circumstances are, with how new Adam is, and Bean by extension, I don't see where this team is going to basically look at them and say like, hey, you're a liability. It's like, no, you have everything to gain here and nothing to lose. Now with how Yamato Cannon and the rest of Fnatic have been talking about their, just how that team vibes and feels, and how they've also like they treated Adam going through the playoffs. Like he's allowed to make those calls for like what they trust him to do. Now here comes the poke pattern, and this is where it's going to get really scary. Like, Unify is going to be able to just throw out that, make it rain, and it's going to get Bean low, and there's not really too much counterplay other than be too far away to even farm your minions. Now River coming topside here. Dive available. This could be a wave crashing. Yeah, looks like we're going to actually have some engage here. Fnatic coming down here. Thresh Lantern going to bring Bean over, and that's going to be a very low Kai Wing. No summoner spells used on the side of PSG. Just an Ignite used by Hillisang. But Bwipo making some cheeky plays here, making some cheeky moves. River is arriving. But Bwipo, I think he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, he's waiting for the flag and drag to come on up, and there it is. But now here comes the... All right, Ward Hop and Lantern, and he's good and safe. But able to at least get a little bit of... just a little bit of wrinkle in this early game. Not allowing it to go so standard and trying to find an edge somewhere. He's been able to actually secure River's Krugs, which means that he'll have his Krugs, which also shows on the map that he has his Krugs available. And the game paused. Actually, yeah, his first pause all day. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and check and see how long this pause goes for. I don't want to exactly sit around here for too long. Alright, doesn't look like it sticks around for all too long here. Yeah, do like the play from Bwipo, do like the play from the jungler, trying to at least get some differences, get some edges scraped out for his team. He was the one that actually ended up trying to find it. Pretty much found a fantastic early lead against Hanwha Life with that sort of triple buff play on the Graves. And unfortunately, just did not really stick around, and they ended up losing that match. But Fnatic still bold, still willing to go for these plays, go for these weird jungle routes. And this should actually kind of secure Fnatic sort of, I think they probably go for bot scuttle. But definitely it's going to actually nail him to Krug camps, so getting himself a little bit of a CS advantage. Well, that's a fun little narrative there, because Doggo was such a standout, aggressive player and a great Tristana during MSI. Now it's like, hey, I'm the original guy. I'm the guy for this team. That's great. Where's Doggo? This top lane's looking a little close here. Both, good little trade there from Adam getting the Q through. So he's also gonna, he's gonna be able to proc the electrocute from there. Gonna have to pop his last consumable on his corrupting potion. So Hanabi might have a little bit better of a sustained situation than Adam, but that should be just fine. This could be the last chance they're actually going to have. Oh, and here comes Bwipo and Hillisang is actually absconded back into Hillisang. Is going to be able to get the flay off, and they're going to be able to get the knock up, but Maple is not going down. Niski running around here. He's level 6, has not popped the Undying Rage yet. It's been stolen by Maple. So nothing else really coming of this. Maple getting the Clink Slayer off, trying to get that health pool advantage. The trades might be in favor of PSG, but it doesn't feel like... Yeah, Fnatic are basically taking over the bot side of the map. They're a little bit getting some stuns off, getting some wards off. And now they're going to be able to actually get started on this Drake and getting us a early start. A before 10 minutes start on Drake count. So Fnatic getting the first major objective on the map before the Herald's even up. It looks like they're coming back on in here. I think they're trying to yep, they might be grabbing the chickens. Alright, so but we're going to take the chickens here. Looks like Niski has just backed. Hylissang, they know that River's nearby here. Alright, so all the little chickens go over to Whippo, and River is able to at least salvage and get his big chicken. Yep, and the Cataclysm into that Maelstrom will be monstrous and be a big problem here. Oh, Hylissang's been attacked here. Concussive Blow's going to start building up. He's going to get stunned out. The Root's going to come out onto Unify, but the Q's going to connect there. The Flayed actually to cancel it, and he's getting a lot of work done here. Yeah, Hylissang using everything in his power, and all that really gets spent is actually just to heal, and I think the Flash was already down by from Hilly. But they still walk that one out, and fantastic Flay to cancel that resonating strike from River. And, you know, Bane also connecting the Deadly Flourish. And now Fnatic going to actually have agency here to come up topside, grab this Scuttle. So it's going to be two global objectives taken by Fnatic. So they are keeping this early game in their favor. Oh, looks like we're going to catch you, Kaiwing and Maple. Oh, the Flag Drag could be canceled out here. Whippo's going to go down, and he's actually going to get blown up by... Hanabi is going to be able to nail it, and Niski's going to be in trouble here. Slicing Maelstrom's going to come out here, but there comes the bullet time. That's going to be 2 kills secured there for Maple and for River. And that fight, Fnatic wanted it, but they could not get the rest of their team over there fast enough. They don't have to stay, but they still want to try to find or try to get more, see if anyone's going to stick around. Unfortunately, the Dragon Strike from River interrupts the Flag and Drag from Whippo, and he's not able to join his team for that collapse onto Kaiwing and Maple, and PSG just get to turn it around. Yeah, it is getting way too far, way too crazy. And then the bullet time just, yep, they just come on in secure. Niski's going to have to run away. Is not able to really pull it through. And they're going into the choke there. I feel like they didn't even track where Unified was. Yeah, that's been a huge lead. 2K? What do we have here? No turret plates actually taken yet, but just taking the gold. Just taking the gold of the kills. Here comes trouble. River has arrived. Oh, this might get actually distracted. Oh, this is not going to go good here. It's going to be down below, and there it goes. The Herald's going to be wasted. The wave not in the right position, and River they're able to just distract it. Now PSG looking for more of a fight, but we're going to dodge that one out here. Flag and drag available. I think they're trying to figure out if they want this. They got to get the hook onto Kiving. It's got to get rooted up here. Here comes the Glacial Fisher, but there comes the bullet time here. Hellsang forced to run away, but now here comes the last curtain, and that's a teleport in here. Both. That's 1 for 1 here. Tumbler support for jungler. But now Fnatic a little bit too low to want the rest of this fight. A lot of work being done. Adam going down to sub 100 health. Hanabi winning that fight, winning that exchange more or less. And now PSG, with their gold lead and with the turn of momentum in this game, are going to secure themselves their first Drake. And Hillsang, a little bit in trouble there. No, he's got Niski. Niski looking for, trying to get a catch onto someone. Oh, the ward stack, and they're just gonna have to walk away. That was actually pretty great and clever, but now they're just getting baited back here. Maple has arrived, and I think they're just gonna go for Hillsang. They're not really worried about much else. He's gonna get hooked up, and now Niski trying to put out as much damage as he can to try to secure it, and that's gonna be Maple is surviving this actually. Undying Rage put out by both, so Niski is forced to go elsewhere. He's gonna actually get the kill on. All right, yeah. Cool, so who knew minions were going to be the fight decider here? Yeah, they're not too far behind there, bud. Clinging, little dramatic, definitely. Oh. Okay, so let's bullet time down here, and I think they want this. Yeah, Hillsang's making his way down here, so it's going to be a 3v1 here. They need to actually go now. They need to kill Unified right now. Now the teleport's coming in here. It's going to be Hanabi, and he's not going to be a straight, and there's not really anyone else to actually help him out here. Bwipo goes in here, going to use the Gore Drinker, try to keep himself up here, but that should be another kill. Double kill onto Bean, and that is a good start there for Fnatic. They pulled the trigger as fast as they need to get Unified killed. He tried to clear the wave out, but Fnatic they're willing to take the fights, even the bad ones. So don't put yourself in that situation is about the only advice I've got. Oh, I think they might be Bean. So it looks like PSG are trying to get Prio. They gotta get mid Prio, but I think they have their eyes on this second Rift Herald. They were able to deny the first one, make that a more or less a loss for Fnatic for just time and gold and XP gained. Because very few plates have been acquired here actually. Or it feels like very few plate gold has been acquired across the map here. Top lane turret here has been cut in half, so that might have been a little bit different, but now the split push comes through here. Now Niski given free access, and he's gonna get the first turret off for Fnatic. Second one's gonna be secured. First one for PSG here top side. And now, there'll be a little collapse here mid. But Fnatic should be able to exit this stage right. Bwipo stealing some chickens again on his way out. Bean with Gale Force shouldn't be in too much trouble. This is actually really good here that there's not been a lot of punish on to Adam, and he stayed even. Like, there might be some turret play gold that's gone in the advantage of Gangplank topside, but Adam is online. Hextech, Rocket Belt, identified. Probably could get some boots up, get some Magic Pen boots. But this goes into a good skirmish team fight, and Adam gets a good Maelstrom off. We're in this meta where there are no tanky champions. So he will be able to get some value down. Kill Hanabi, kill Unified, kill Maple. Yeah. Gale Force allows you to have an insane amount of mobility on the Tryndamere, and the E's on such a slow cooldown as well. The man basically could like cross the map like he's teleporting. All right. Maple and company trying to actually get a play here. Herald's gonna be dropped mid side, and Fnatic a little bit behind the play here, and they're gonna try to actually get in. And there's gonna be the Cataclysm. They're just going straight on into this. He's gonna be lanterned out, but there is Adam is not near. Where is Adam in this? Maelstrom is still available. The charge is gonna get off, but the engage isn't gonna be able to get much else through. The root's gonna come down onto Hanabi. He's still gonna wait on it. The dragon is up and available. This is only the Ocean Drake. This is only the third one of the match. They don't need to fight for this. Fnatic can wait this one out here. Hylissang gonna get caught out. Throws the hook out to try to get a counterplay here. Resonating Strike has connected. Everyone stays away, so there's no kick plays. Oh, and Adam's going to go in here. Actually going to catch up here. It's going to root down Kaiwing, but that's not going to be anyone dead fast enough here. There's the Gale Force in. Beniski's going to use the stand behind me to actually get away, and Maple is also using the Undying Rage, but he is going to go down, and that's going to be a fight win. No one dies on the side of Fnatic, and that is a fight win entirely for Fnatic. They get their second Drake. Yeah, they just jump. They just jump so quick, so fast. Adam was just in amongst PSG in an instant, and there was just no warning. There was no like walk up and then run. It was just bah, sprint. Adam, quick, fast, no hesitation. And Unified never even got the bullet time off, so I'm betting that was actually who got the kills here. All right, it's not. I was hoping it was gonna be on to Adam actually, but it looked like it was on one of the other carries or jungler. But I really want to see that because it looked like Unify must have just blown up immediately. He never got to get his ultimate off. Cataclysm's back up for Bwipo, but we know he used that early on, and I don't even think that he used last curtain. So Unified's sitting here back. They don't even see him. He steps up there. Oh, Adam speeds up, and there's the jump there. He's not able to get actually all of it onto Unified, but he does zone him out here, and then Niski just chases in, finds Unified, and he's not going to go down here. He's got the crits here, and he just deletes Unified. So Niski getting the chase, getting his way in. That Gale Force mobility is going to be very scary, and it's just a Youmuu's on Unified, and he's going for the lethality build. He should get the Eclipse next, so Unified is not going to have a means by which to build gaps between him and Niski. So Niski's going to have a very free time in this game, jumping onto Unified and blowing him up. It's going to be on like Kaiwing and River, Maple and Hanabi even, to peel for their AD carry. Otherwise, Niski has a very easy target. Oh yeah, once all the CC is actually taken away or reused by PSG to peel off Adam, to peel off Bwipo, to I don't know, try to make a play on Bean, is the moment Niski basically just has full rights to just go in and just start whacking people and just critting people's faces off with this Tryndamere. And as you see, it will not take him much. It does not take much. And with the gold lead, he's also gotten the Navori Blades, which I really like there. Blue Wolf's gonna get secured by Bwipo. But Fnatic, cross-mapping, playing hard, playing well. Yep, Niski's going to start get the second turret there for Fnatic. So keeping this gold lead in their favor, keeping the map control in their favor. And they're pretty much primed and ready to try to take this mid turret. They just need Unified not to be there. And River and Kaiwing. So mid lane still being bolstered here by PSG to prevent that from being taken, and allowing for the entire map to really be opened up for Fnatic to get major vision deep into PSG's jungle and just start entrapping them and denying them like whole halves of the map. Oh, and there's going to be the go in here. Unified's forced to blast out here. Bwipo's kind of caught deep in there, and they're not really connecting onto this. Niski's going to have to pop the Undying Ranger, but he's not going to be able to get the advantage he wants to get the access he wants. He's about to run out here, and he's going to be caught underneath. It's going to be finished off by Hanabi. Adam forced to use his Slicing Maelstrom to keep Maple away, but Maple still with his own Slicing Maelstrom here, and that's going to be 2 dead on the side of Fnatic. They overreach, chasing Unify, and they cannot get the secured kill, and they're just going to go for Baron here. 21 minutes, it's just arrived. It's been alive for 2 minutes, but PSG are like, we can take this Unified. It's going to need to get some Starfruit. But now Adam has arrived as well. And I don't know what else is going to be done here. Bullet Time's going to come out. It's going to be flashed away by Hylissang. But now Maple has also shown up with this flank. Not able to get much with that. Hylissang's going to actually get this catch here. But there's not much else. He's going to just distract him. But they just might. That might have been enough to bring PSG low enough in their HP pools. They're going to walk away from this Baron. And Fnatic delay. They save themselves from their overreach. Yeah. So that was close. That was tight. That was not what you want to see. So like this is where they know what their goal is to go after Unified, but they just kind of overcommit for it, and Adam can't even get over the Cataclysm. Like he wanted to chase there, but there's just there's no option or no opportunity. And Unified gets to stay safe from this, and Niski, no, he can't follow that. Like and the Maelstrom being used here is just so tragic. But they're able to like piece enough together. And now Hanabi, I think you're in a little bit of trouble here. Gale Force available, and you're not going to outrun this Tryndamere. That is going to be the problem. The 1v1, Tryndamere will win all. He does not carry, will not stop, will not die. And this is going to be 3rd Drake for Fnatic. So maintaining their control of the Drakes, they're keeping their pacing. They just are not slowing down here. And this is going to be great. This is going to put a lot of pressure onto PSG in 5 minutes to come down to contest for this team fight. Not sure if they're actually taking the Baron right now. No, they got a control ward. So PSG going to try to take control of this top side river. Let's take some of that away. I believe Niski's backing probably to hopefully finish an item. Nope, just got his BF sword. Alright, so for the next 5 minutes, we're probably going to see a lot of motion movements and vision fights around this Baron. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be a follow, and he goes all the way, actually. They're going to be able to root him up, but I think... Oh, he's going to be caught out. Bwipo's going to be caught into that. The hook's going to get blocked out, so Hylissang not able to interrupt that bullet time, but it's not going to kill anyone. Bwipo brought down to half. He's going to come on over, try to actually... He's going to use a smite, kill some of these chickens, get himself back and ready in fighting mood. And that's actually pretty good there. Bullet time and Dragon Strike gone, and no ultimates used on the side of Fnatic, so they are at a better team fighting position than PSG. Yep, Fnatic just they aren't actually playing this slow. They're not playing the maps quite well and not overcommitting. I expected them to go in on that fight, in all honesty, but they allow themselves to step back. Adam has the advantage bot side, able to get a little bit of damage onto that turret and get himself some solo XP and solo gold. He's now he never really got incredibly behind from Hanabi, but allowing this Kennen to get himself the damage that he wants. I think he's going for Void Staff next, just really looking to just do true damage with his Maelstrom and his abilities, which would be which would actually work out pretty well. I don't think the Hextech Rocket Belt provides for Magic Pen. I think it just provides for the mobility of the... Oh, and this could be a kill lapse. They're just going to go on to Hanabi. And now Niski's just going to give him the Mocking Shout here, trying to actually get the kill off. Big damage coming out here, but they cannot actually chase him. And Niski's going to try to run away here, but the Q connection from River's going to secure it. And that's going to be a dead Adam as well. And now PSG looking at this Baron. Kaiwing, the only one really in danger. And now it's going to be Fnatic looking for major trouble. They're trying to actually get a lot of damage put out over the wall here. They brought River down, and now here comes the final curtain. And now they have to body block. They have to body block for River, and they have to body block for everyone. And now Maple trying to actually just get himself in as well. It's going to get the root off. He's got the Undying Rage, so he could be able to actually go all in. He can go ham right now. And now flag and drag out. Now just poke, poke, poke. Fnatic still trying to actually, they have to chase this back in. They have to make sure PSG are not comfortable taking this Baron, and they are going to prevent another Baron take. Yeah. So the problem we're seeing is that both teams keep overextending on what they think is the play that they want. Adam and Niski go super hard here onto Hanabi. PSG is able to arrive and counter the play. The man laughing in the background gives me joy. Like that gave him a hurting laughter, that play from Fnatic. But then PSG overcommit to just go straight for Baron instead of just trying to take any of the side lane pressure. They could have just gone like 4 top and taken like a turret, and finally like and gotten themselves like even more even in gold. They just gotten themselves more gold. Oh, this is super sneaky here from Fnatic. The mobility over the backside of the pit, and they're never going to see this. This is going to be a sneaked Baron. The first Baron is actually going to be taken by NA 2v2 here. Bwipo just got here to tank this up with Gore Drinker and with Sterix, while PSG are making a move on Adam, and Adam's going to be pretty happy about this. He's got Rocket Belt. He's going to get kicked, and Resonating Strike's going to connect here. But once that's gone away, Maelstrom's actually going to stun his son. He's going to be able to run away, I believe, here. And there's going to be the finish off Q by Hanabi, but that's going to be Baron. It's Baron on 4. That's what you want. And as long as Beam runs away here. Baron secured by Fnatic, using the very high damage out from Niski and then the tankiness. And they didn't lose Jack for that. And now comes the turret exchange. Good little trade there from PSG, but they're about to lose a lot more here. And this is perfectly fine here. Giving up this Drake is not going to be the biggest deal for PSG. In fact, that's why they were all bot side, I bet. They stick bot side. They make sure that Fnatic cannot contest for soul too easily, but Fnatic take that time, leave Adam on the bot side with no TP, which would look strange, but then they secure themselves their Baron. And now they can be able to actually get some damage onto these turrets here. Adam has arrived with the trio here. And this could be bot lane damage out as well onto this bot turret. They may not be able to get more than like that first turret. They got a minute and a half left. And it's not like Fnatic actually have like a really great sieging comp. They've got like only the little bit of poke for like Adam's Qs and and there's gonna be another turret. So that's gonna be 2 turrets during this Baron. So not too bad. Getting themselves a little bit of a gold advantage. Now here comes the rotation spot side. Fnatic not being able to make it out all too quickly or too easily. Yeah, Hanabi's at full build. He's got his pots left in the last slot, but Hanabi 5, 2, and 4 secretly has been doing massive work for PSG. And at this point in the game, if PSG is allowed to like set up in river for like say the next Baron or for the Drake, it's gonna be over. It's gonna get really rough and tough because if that barrel strikes anyone on the side of Fnatic except for maybe Bwipo, they're gonna be cut in half. No armor on Adam. He has not gone for the Zhonya's. He's actually gone for Rocket Belt into Void Staff, and it looks like he's got himself a I'm gonna call it the alternator, Hextech alternator, I believe. So he might be setting himself up for the Merlinomicon just to cut down on all the healing from the Gore Drinker, from the Kingslayer, from the Prevent Scurvy. And he's 4K gold down from Hanabi. So Adam quite behind, but still holding out. 4K gold lead for Niski in the mid lane, and an overall 3K gold lead for Fnatic right now. I think, yeah, that's going to take down that turret. So 3 to 5 in turrets. The gold is still super close here. Like, neither team's been able to make the right set of plays to get themselves into that, you know, beyond 6K gold lead, that wallet smacking, you know, region. And now Niski also with a full crit build, so he's going to hit, and he's going to hit hard. He's looking to finish off his own, oh, I forget the name of that bow, the Grievous Wounds bow that Hanabi's got. So, yeah, if Niski can get access, he's gonna destroy some people. They're gonna see something. They're gonna see something, and they're gonna go for it. there is no playing shy here. And now Fnatic are positioning for this Drake. 46 seconds till it's up. They are getting their early vision out and down, trying to make sure that there is going to be a half of the game black for PSG. This is going to leave. Well, yeah, Baron's gonna be up in 50 seconds. So PSG have to play for this Drake. There's not much of an option here. They can't try to rush down Baron while Soul's being taken by Fnatic, and that's not even like the best trade. So here's the group up in mid. Adam is joining there in the river. Niski, sitting over by the chickens, maybe looking for a flank side here. Hook's going to catch on to River. And that's going to be his Aftershock. Trying to keep Niski up. But if Niski gets access to any of the backline, it's going to be another hook onto River. Oh, and there comes Adam here. He's going to get all three action. It's going to be a catch on here. Maple's going to have to run in himself here. River's gone golden, but now it's going to be the main fight here, and this is still going to be a running away PSG, but he's going to go down here. It's going to be a kill, and that's a double for Hanabi, but now they have to just turn. They have to take this Drake here. Oh, this is going to be the jump in. 2.3k lead. It's just 2 left on the side of Fnatic to try to win this fight out. Oh, it's going down. It's going to get secured by Hanabi. It's going to be 3 Drakes for PSG, and they win the fight there. 3 taken up. That was such a good engagement from Fnatic, but PSG absorbed just enough, and Hanabi just doing so much work in that fight there. The barrel chain, I think, just blowing up Bwipo and Adam and just ruining the ability for that play to come through. And that's a dead jungler here. 30 seconds till Bwipo comes up. That is not enough time. This Baron is going to go down. And PSG are making their turn and are making their statement and turning this game finally in their control and in their favor. And they're all going to be up for this. No one on the side of PSG. Unifine was the only one that I believe that died in that fight. So this is going to be the flash over. It's going to be the hook onto River. And this is where they actually want to get the engage off, the 2 of them. Yep, there goes Adam, and he's going to be able to catch off. But River goes golden here, buys the time, and now he's going to be forced to go elsewhere. The kick catches 3. He's going to get the kick onto Niski. He's going to knock up Bwipo and stuff. But then the last curtain comes in from Bean, and he's in a compromised position. He cannot get the full channel off. And at this point, there's 4 alive. Nice try there by Bwipo, but there's not much else to really come through. Yeah. They don't have the right AD. They don't have the right comp to actually try to win these extended fights. Niski will get focused down and put too low to where he'll have to put out his Undying Rage to run away. Bean is not a consistent AD carry in terms of just being on a Jhin. So Fnatic have to win by burst or lose. And on account of PSG have now technically taken the gold lead. And this Baron is going to basically allow them to have a full frontal assault, full frontal pressure. Gonna start evening up this turret count. And it's going to lead to actually some gold leads here. The thing is that also, we're at the 36-minute mark. The gold doesn't really matter as much here. Like, we can run down item sets here. Like, it's 3.5 items for Adam. He's about to actually start getting towards his Zanya's finally. And that's to, like, the 5 items on the side of Hanabi. Like, Hanabi's been full build. He's not getting any stronger. He's going to be a major threat. And all he can really do is, like, get consumables out. Junglers are 3.5 items a piece, a little bit of MR onto River, while the Grievous Wounds on Bwipo should be actually providing a little bit more teamfight value. In fact, it looks like, yeah, and meanwhile, Niski's a full item over Maple right now. He's even gotten himself the Cyrilda's Grudge to slow people down to make sure he can stick to them. And I think Maple's going to be taking a long time to get himself towards either an Event Horizon, there's a Horizon Focus, I think it's called. Or he's going for a Death Cap. And that means he's still got quite a long ways to go in gold to even catch up to that item. Or catch that item disparity. Because there's a full 100 CS on Niski over Maple. Because he's been able to run free. Getting these just side lanes. Clearing out PSG's jungle over and over again. Now here comes the engagement. That's going to be a catch on. And that's going to be the pull out there. Maple forced to use the Undying Rage, and that's all they want here. And they're gonna be able to get themselves a turret here. It's gonna be for quite a while here, and that might be that ult's not gonna be available for him to even probably take by the time we get to this Drake. Might be late enough in the game to where maybe like he might have that choice to take that ultimate over and over. But Maple's hijack options could be quite limited. Niski wanted to actually take this a little bit more. He's gonna actually try to go in here. They're choosing it. Undying Rage taken out. He's gonna get moved out here, but the teleport coming in from Adam is gonna be very dangerous for him. He's gonna be able to run away using everything but his flash. And now Fnatic are dropping down here, and it looks like River got traded out by no ultimates used on the side of Fnatic. So I think Bwipo and Bean just were able to catch out River and put some major pressure on him. Fnatic are in a great advantage right now for this next Drake here. 15 seconds till it comes up here. They've had to reset and come on back. Adam has been in the areas over by Tribrush right now, just sitting and waiting for trouble, trying to spot any of the flanks here. Maple and him might actually get to meet in a quick second. Oh, and he's going to get the catch on to Hanabi here, and there's going to be a call to Mr. and he kills him. Adam gets the 1v1 and blows up Maple here. No, this is a 4v5 here. Oh my gosh, the bull time's going to come out here, but Hillison's going to survive it, and there comes the Divine Intervention? Either way, that's going to be sold there for Fnatic off the back of Adam just waiting and playing the trap card onto Maple. Do not walk in for this flank boy. Do not walk into this Tribrush. And now Niski unleashed your bot side. He's going to be able to get this inhib turret down here. No ultimates really available for PSG to really stop this. They're going to meet this. And now it's going to be a minute till the Baron comes up here. And now they're looking to get the catch here. Hook on to Kaiwing. And now it's going to be free damage here from Niski. He's going to be able to cut him in half. And he's going to actually go Undying Rage, but going to get kicked over. He's going to have to run away. The land's going to keep him alive here. And the double up. The double up actually finishes up. I think he had some burn on him as well. But that's a bit of an overreach there from Fnatic. They had the opportunity here. And now it's going to be one man down here. Baron's going to be up. So this is going to be a little scary here. Maple going to get caught out again. It looks like hijack available. What does he want to take here? He's trying to abduct away. He doesn't want to spend anything else. But Bean's going to be able to actually just chase him. That's going to be a flash out. And now here comes the curtain call, and now it's going to be a jump on, and this could be the final shot there. Bean connecting it, and I don't think anyone cares about Baron now. PSG has actually moved up top here. They want to get this. They know that Fnatic have to run all the way across this map here. Adam has a slicing maelstrom. This might actually be what they're looking for, and I think Fnatic are aware of this. Adam taking his timer, scanners out, trying to spot this. Doesn't have a ward available to even look over this. He might have to just go over. He has his flash available. And that's going to be a stolen Baron here. So that's 2 Barons there in favor of PSG Talon. Yes, it's a good thing that Adam didn't jump over to take that. I feel like he could have actually even secured that if he went that hard in the paint. But this game is going for quite a long time here. We are 41.5 minutes in. Ocean Soul acquired by Fnatic. Niski overextends. PSG take that moment to get themselves Baron on 4 out of their 5 players. Yeah, PSG now, this might be actually it here. This is going to be the first inhibitor probably taken down this whole time. Maple and Niski bot side. Teleports available just for Maple. They can, PSG do have the advantage here for a 5v5 here. Fnatic cannot win this fight here. And Hylissang is going to get caught out here. The barrel trap from Hanabi is going to blow him up, and the bullet time to finish him off. This is going to secure the inhib for them. Niski backing now. So Niski has arrived. The teleport's available for Maple, as I said. So this is where we can actually have our final fight here. And Hanabi with these barrels. This is going to be the major threat. This is going to be what could decide this map here. And the more barrels that goes down, the more it's going to basically just zone out parts of Fnatic space from them. They cannot take the space here. Adam stepping forward, trying to get something. Bubba's going to go in here, get the Gore Drinker off here. The Stairs Gauge, it's going to keep him alive. It's going to be one of the inhib turrets. And now there's the jump in from Adam. He's actually going to get the kill onto Kaiwing. And now the jump in there. Niski blows up without even using the Undying Rage here. He doesn't even get it off here. Now the curtain call from Bean. Try to get something here, something done. He only hits one. But now Adam has actually gone a little bit too far. He's gone underneath his turret. And now it's getting a little dicey here. Bwipo available to get the jump in. But I think PSG are going to have to move away here. Maple is far too low. They are not letting this go. And Adam stepping up and making these plays here when they're a man down to get the picks and put the fear of losing the whole thing in PSG's mind. Fnatic are not playing like they're 0-2 down. Fnatic are not playing like they've got a major disadvantage in this group stage. They are here to make plays and to fight tooth and nail for every inch and for everything that they can get here. Yeah, it's an Elder game here. Minute 30 left till it comes up here. Minute 30 till we might finally have ourselves a game-deciding fight, because that Elder is going to blow people up here. Hanabi gets a barrel onto someone with the Elder buff, and I think they instantly just get exploded. And I think, oh my gosh. Okay, so he does have his Zanyas, and now I think Adam's going to be going for a Death Cap next. So major damage coming out from, and it's going to be on Adam. Like, there is very little MR. There's a Spirit's Visage on River, but after that, the MR across the bout is very low. I think there might be Anathema's Chains on Kaiwing, probably procced onto Adam just to make sure that the AP damage doesn't kill him. That would be my best guess for where that is being applied. Oh, River, I think you might have some trouble here. He's going to get caught out here. He's going to get the kick off here. He's going to put Bean in trouble here, the Gale Force, and then the flash out. But he's going to be able to follow back in here. And now Hylissang super low. He's going to get the hook back onto River. Bwipo goes in here. They're actually caught to control the rest of them. But Niski's sitting on the backside here. PSG looking still very healthy here. And now Niski has arrived here. He's on to Unified. He's going to be able to actually, he's gone stunned. He's been stunned out here. He's going to get the kill onto no one. Oh, and this is going to be, they fall apart here. Bean and Hylissang, the only ones left alive here. 3 dead on the side of Fnatic. They've got a minute left here. And this might be it. River playing the bait. Oh, and that this is a little heartbreaking here. Here comes the curtain call from Bean to try to hold back the onslaught, but there's just one Nexus turret. There's a super minion wave in play, and Fnatic not able to get themselves a win in the first part of this round robin here. River kicked onto his fountain, put where he needs to go. PSG has secured themselves their second win, keeping themselves in contention to go to playoffs.